If you want to stop being a people pleaser and finally get some self-respect, this is a live stream that will give you the confidence to finally stand up for yourself. I'm Emily Ruska, and I on this channel give you the scientific strategy to become the best version of yourself and engineer your dreams. This is a scientifically backed psychological system that will help you feel like a confident, radiant woman from the inside out. And together we will design, build, and manifest our dream life. So, welcome to the live stream. Today I'm talking about all the things I've learned in my 30 years of life about how to actually get some self-respect. Because if you're struggling to be a people pleaser, I'm telling you, you just are lacking self-worth. So, this is how I finally learned how to get self-respect, increase my self-esteem, and how I stopped twisting myself into a pretzel to please other people. As we get ready with me, of course, which is my favorite format. I am absolutely exhausted today, so please forgive me if the energy is a little low. I think I'm getting sick. I'm hosting a holiday party today, and honestly, half the guest list is also sick. So everyone for Christmas has decided to be an invalid, unfortunately. But the show must go on, and also the party must go on. So funtivities ahead. When I was younger, I struggled so much not performing for others because I think I just lacked the self-esteem in myself. Also, I don't know if you can hear me with the mic here, but we'll play with it. Anyways, so whenever I was being a people pleaser when I was younger, it was because I felt I wasn't enough on the inside. So I was doing all of these things that kind of show people like I was worthy of their time, attention, and investment. But as I grew older, I found that sense of self-worth in myself. So I didn't feel like I had to keep acting and proving myself to other people. I was comfortable just showing up and being my authentic self. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Today we're talking about how to actually get some self-respect and to stop being a people pleaser, because I used to twist myself into a pretzel to make other people happy. And at the ripe age of 30, I finally found some self-esteem, and thank God, because I gotta tell you, I was a very unhappy person in my 20s. I was always performing for men's validation, and I was always trying to convince friends that they should want to be with me. And that is a sad state to live in. You were completely hinging your happiness on other people, and it's so unfair. Hi, welcome to the live stream, everybody. We are doing a get ready with me as I talk about the things that have helped me to stop being a people pleaser and stop twisting myself into a pretzel to make everyone else happy except myself. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I'm getting ready for my Christmas party today. I really like pink, and I'm hosting a Pinkmas party, so that's why I'm wearing pink today. But I'm feeling it's not feeling super festive to me, so I might change into a sweater dress. I don't know. Thank you. I wear the crown in the live streams because look at what a good headband it is. Actually, when I was talking about manifestation content, I was wearing the crown because I thought it was very spiritual woo-woo confidence, but whatever. Yay! I don't know if anyone else celebrates Christmas, but I do, and I'm so excited. Oh, such a fun, festive time of the year. I have red velvet cookies, and I have white chocolate macadamia nut cookies, and what else? Oh, roasted chestnuts. I've got those as well. Okay, so the first thing, if you want to stop being a people pleaser, is you have to stop giving as a form of manipulation. If you're giving in order to get people to like you, or if you're giving in order to get people to do something specific that you want, you are acting like a control freak, pretending like you can control everyone else, which you can't. Newsflash. If you're trying to control other people's actions, you're trying to play a losing game. You only have control over yourself, and it's best to just try to focus on yourself instead of trying to fix everyone to make them do what you want. What time is it? Right now it's 12:30 where I live. I live in the Northeast in New England, and it's really cold this time of year, so I think it's 30 degrees outside. Ugh, not good at all. Ugh. Now, I know it's really hard to kind of let go of this idea that we can get people to do what we want, but I have found the most peace in my life when I surrender to the fact that the future and other people's opinion and actions is out of my control, because this whole emotional weight lifts from your shoulders if you realize it's not your responsibility to control everything around you. It's hard because you realize that most of life is out of your control and you really only have control of yourself, but it also relieves a lot of burden from you. So if you realize that God, that the universe has control over things and that's its job, then you can just relax and get back to your glorious life. Yes, I'm an engineer. So I worked as an engineer doing civil construction design for years. And now I'm actually doing engineering sales. So now I talk to contractors and I sell construction products. Yes, also praise Jesus for peace and comfort. Yay! I'm so excited for my Pinkmas party. Obviously, it had to be hyper girly. I always joke that like my true authentic personality comes out online because I'm here in my crown and my pink, but that's normal for today. Hi everyone, welcome to a live stream. Okay, let's see what number next is. Okay, this is really important. So if you want to stop being a people pleaser, you have to put yourself first. My laptop just fell on the ground. Please pray for it. Anyways, if you want to stop being a people pleaser, you have to put yourself first before anyone else. You have to put your own oxygen mask before you try to be a hero. If you are drowning, you cannot help anyone else if you're about to, drown in the water. You have to put your own oxygen mask on first. And I'm sure a lot of like women in the comment section know that it's natural for you to like want to help other people. It's natural for you to want to kind of take care and nurture everyone you care about. But it is not helpful if you're depleting yourself in the process. You want to give love and support from a place of fullness and gratitude and overflow, not from a place of deprivation. Because if you're giving from a place of deprivation, you're actually going to breed resentment in yourself because you're not feeling like people are really like appreciating what you have to give, if that makes any sense. So I don't believe that I'm responsible for the future. I believe that I'm responsible for my actions in the today, and that fate, the universe, and God are responsible for the future. I always look so crazy at this point in my makeup, but now we just trust the process, okay? I also just have my eyebrows like laminated. I don't know if I like it or not. Let me know. They feel a little aggressive, if that makes sense. How much time? So my party's in like 6 hours, so I have quite a lot of prep work to do. I'm feeling a little strapped for time today, actually, but luckily I've got some things ordered in, so I won't have to make everything. I find around the holidays especially that I kind of can be in doing too much mode instead of being mode. The people who like love and support you just want to like be with you and be in your energy. But again, I always am trying to do the mostest. So remember, put yourself first. If you're like too tired to do 5 different dishes for holiday season, choose one. Choose one and get extra sleep. I'm currently sleep deprived because I don't have a good book to be reading. If anyone has a good book, let me know because I always read at night and that helps me fall asleep. But right now, there's no good smut keeping me awake. Hi, welcome to the live stream. I am a champagne kind of girly. I don't really drink that much. I drink at parties or like once in a great while for a celebratory thing. But I'm a skincare junkie. I also have a skincare channel if you're curious. And every time I drink, I break out. So it's very hard for me to be, drinking and having sugar and sleeping well, getting my beauty sleep, and getting the glow. So if I don't want to have acne on my chin, I stop having alcohol. Hello, welcome to the live stream. I always have to take this little baby brush afterwards and just go in here, right into the corner of my eye. Better. See, we trusted the process and now it's there. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Today we're talking about how to stop being a people pleaser, get some self-respect, and finally set boundaries. The biggest unlock for me about boundaries was realizing they're not rules for other people. Boundaries are decisions you put in yourself. So if you're struggling with other people stepping over your boundaries, what's actually happening is you've not yet decided that you have that boundary. If you want to stop being a people pleaser, you can go tell people that you're not going to do this, or you could just stop doing it. The second you stop doing it and you make that decision in yourself, everyone else follows suit. Okay. Oh, I just like to tap to make sure comments. Oh, how rude am I? I also forgot to show you my tea today. Look at this adorable Christmas mug that my friend got for me. My friend Francesca got this. She was on the live stream a few weeks ago about manifestation in our dream boards. So this was a Christmas gift from my friend. How fun. Oh, I look haggard today. You probably can't tell, but I can tell you how I look when I've had beauty sleep and when I have not. And this is the face of not beauty sleep at the moment. Okie dokie. That's looking good. All right. Everyone pray for my computer. She fell on the floor while I was yapping earlier, and my notes are on that. So, hang on. Oh, I think it's okay. Not to worry. Ooh, my next point is so important. So, in order for me to stop being a people pleaser, I finally had to prioritize my own life. I had to find a North Star of my own. So, a lot of the times when I was younger and I felt like I was trying to make everyone around me happy, is because I didn't have enough purpose in myself. But the second I got purpose and my life and my North Star in my life was more important than what other people did around me, it was easy for me to show up for myself instead of making everyone feel taken care of. And I think a lot of that is getting older and learning about yourself and learning about what you like, what you want to do, how you want to show up in this world, and the value you want to provide. But I wish I had taken more time to really reflect on that when I was younger, instead of doing what I thought I was supposed to do. Like, I wasted so much life doing what I was supposed to do instead of doing what I actually wanted to do. And one of the things you notice as you get older is that you have such a finite amount of time here. I wish I didn't spend decades of my life in a job that I hated. I wish I didn't spend years in my life with someone who I wasn't happy with just because they seemed like a good fit. And I wish I had been more true to myself, but I hadn't spent the time to reflect on what my North Star was in life, to understand how I could actually prioritize my life. So I was at the whims of boyfriends and parents and whoever around me who had a deeper purpose than I have. And if I could tell my younger self anything, I would say, focus on you. Be crystal in what you want to do and put that as a priority before anything else. Because I promise you, the right friends will be along your path when you're truly engaged in building your dream life. If you're making friends with people and you don't have this North Star in your life, they're just like along for this version of you that you're pretending to be for a little bit, and they're going to be gone the second that they realize that you have no meaning and purpose, which is kind of a hard pill to swallow. But you'll notice the most magnetic people have this like intense aura about them, and people want to follow them because their purpose is super deep in their life. Hi, thank you, Cook. Yes, it is true. My father has brainwashed me to believe that I am, in fact, a Disney princess. And whenever we talk about I don't know, inner work or manifestation, I like to wear the crown. Or if we're just on live stream and I need a hairband, Look at this. Look at how perfect this is. Nice, nice, nice. I think the base part of my makeup always takes the longest because I like to contour my nose basically to nothing. Oh, I totally forgot to put concealer on my nose. Whoops. That's okay. I'm just having friends over today, so no one's gonna care about the state of my contour. I wish I could tell my younger self too that like no one notices the insecurities you have. The only person who's looking at yourself as closely as you are is you. Everyone else is so preoccupied with their own lives, they don't notice you most of the time, which can feel sad, but it's very liberating. That acne that you're really frustrated about, no one even saw it. That like eyebrow hair that's out of place, no one noticed. They only notice if you happen to bring it up. So if something's bothering you, keep it to yourself and pretend like it's not there, and everyone will think you're super confident. I promise you. Thank you. Subscribe, join the channel. We talk about how to become the best version of yourself here. I give you the scientific strategy to become the best version of yourself, design, build, and manifest your dream life. Which, fun facts, is actually an engineering term. We design and build our cities all day long, and for the last 10 years, I've worked as a civil engineer making blueprints for those. And now I just make you lifestyle blueprints, and we have more fun on the internet. What a racket, right? Life is so funny how it kind of morphs and changes. I thought I was going to be an engineer basically forever. I was drastically unhappy, but I was again in that career because I thought it was what I should do in order to have stability in my life, in order to have happiness. But in the truth of my soul, it was just really soul sucking for me and really boring, and I was super lonely. And it wasn't until I again put my own North Star first that I realized that I had a bigger purpose on this planet than just making blueprints. If I could change one thing about the world, that's such a good question. This feels like a Miss America question. You know, the beauty pageants where the girls have to answer these deep questions. So if I could change anything about the world, I would. Oh my God, so hard. I would just ask people to be kinder, just in their daily lives. A lot of the pain and the aggression and the cruelty that we see is just like internal pain people have themselves, which I noticed a lot on live stream, on the internet. Whenever I get cruel comments, it's not usually about me. It's usually the other person and like the perception and the pain that they're showing me. So when people show me that pain in real life or online, I always just try to like hope for their healing, because I know that people who are doing criminal stuff or people who are being mean in real life, they just need some love and they need some healing. So I hope that if I could change anything in the world, is that I would heal some of the wounds that manifest in terms of this cruelty. Oh, we're so deep on the live stream. I love deep chit chat questions. Throw them at me. Look at what a difference that makes. I should be better about actually showing you stuff. I'm not a makeup influencer. The girls who do makeup stuff really know what they're talking about. I do not. I do the same makeup every single day. Yes, what's your question? I really do want to get a different eye look going, but I usually do sparkle brown. That's my favorite. I need some chapstick. Where's my chapstick? There we go. La, 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 la. Okay, so the key to not being a people pleaser is actually to love yourself enough not to put other people's needs before your own. And the things that have helped me the most to have self-esteem in my life are learning things that are very difficult and doing things that prove to myself that I'm trustworthy. So when you tell yourself you're going to go to the gym, actually go. If you choose not to go, you're lying to yourself and you won't actually trust your word. And the authority you'll have, like the inner authority that you have, will be lower. So if ever you tell yourself you're going to do something, actually do it. If you say you're going to eat healthy, eat healthy. If you say you're going to start a new workout program, go start a workout program. If you say you're going to read more books, read more books. That will build so much inner authority in you and confidence, you will be astonished. And then the second thing is to like learn and do hard things. So showing up online, learning how to video edit, learning how to speak another language, eu posso falar português, and learning something that's completely out of my own like original mindset gave me so much confidence, because you prove to yourself again that you're stronger than you think you are. And over time, as you get better and better and better, this confidence in you grows, and you feel less of a need to like bend over backwards for other people, because you know that you're worthy, you're trustworthy, you don't have to prove yourself to others. Let me read here. Actually, Christmas is the most perfect time to give people love, right? Because we're celebrating Jesus' birth, and we're really making sure that we pour love into the world. So when I think of my favorite memories from Christmas, I'm always thinking of my family. My parents always host Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and I'm just so blessed to like have such a lovely family. My mom's one of my closest friends, and we talk every day. She actually tried to call me during live stream, and I had to message her. I was like, don't call me right now, I'm talking to the internet people. And yeah, I can't wait because my brother also just got engaged, so we have great fun things to celebrate this year. Hi, welcome to the live stream. I'm being really slow about the makeup today because I've been yapping too much. This is my favorite new blush. Look at this, guys. Oof. I was not sure about this initially because there's some shimmer in this. This is the Hourglass Ambient Blush, but it looks so natural. I usually use a matte blush. That's the only difference. And I make weird faces while I blush, so just bear with me, okay? Nice. Yeah, so I kind of stuck my cheeks in a little bit so I can see where the apple is. Hi, welcome from India. Fascinating, by the way. So about half my audience is from India, Asia, and the other half is from America. I always thought there would be more Europeans, but as it turns out, for whatever reason, you guys are on the channel a lot, which is cool. You're welcome. Hi, but I just think it's interesting. See how like diffused and natural it looks? I also did try the Laura Mercier one, but this is like way too bright for me. You probably can't tell on camera, but it's gonna be like too bright on my skin. Oh, fun questions today. I would love to visit Poland. So my family ethnically is Russian, Polish, and Scandinavian. And my grandma was from somewhere close to Warsaw. And I would love to visit. We came over when she was very little. And I would just like to kind of, you know, be where my family came over and to see the city. Sorry, what did your question say? Thank you. So I'm a raging health nut. I love working out. I worked out this morning, but I don't lift weights very often. I mostly walk. So today I walked on the treadmill and I watched my show and I talked to my mom. I lift weights maybe once or twice a week. Sometimes I go to Pilates, but not that often. I don't like being super bulky. So, I mean, like I have muscles, but they're not like big lifter girl muscles, if that makes sense. I think we're gonna do pretty natural makeup today because I just have my close friends coming for the party. I'm really excited for these macadamia nut cookies. So right now I speak English and Portuguese, and I wish I could speak French fluently. I was pretty good at it when I was younger, but I didn't use it for years. And because of that, living in the US, I just lost it over time. And there's not as many opportunities to practice. So I wish I could speak French better. And I don't know, I could probably order a coffee now, but my confidence level is very, very low, if that makes any sense. On the subject of language, though, my uncle will be visiting in May, I think, and his whole family speaks Portuguese, and the kids basically don't speak English, so I have a really good incentive to get those language skills up and going. Oh, I love this is my favorite part of the makeup routine, my highlighter. Whoever works at Charlotte Tilbury, you deserve a raise. I think I'll buy pretty much anything you guys make because the packaging is so cute. Nice. And almost every day for years, I have been using this little tattoo paint pot from Maybelline. This is so affordable too. This is like $10. And it's the perfect shade for my eyeballs. I have kind of brownie green eyes. See, isn't that so pretty? It looks pretty natural. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Today we're talking about how to stop being a people pleaser and actually get some self-respect. Because I struggled a lot with this when I was younger because I didn't really have the confidence in myself and the self-worth to stand up for myself. And as sad as that is, it took me years to kind of build enough inner authority in myself that I felt like I didn't have to perform for other people. Because whenever I was being a people pleaser, I wanted really badly to be loved. I wanted people to think that I was worthy and I would want to be with them. So I would do things in order to make them happy and to be liked. But people actually see that as manipulation. So the more you end up doing for people, the more they're actually skeptical as to whether or not you're really worth it. So, for example, a woman who just knows that she's deserving of princess treatment doesn't feel like she has to demand it. But someone who demands that they have princess treatment, you get a little curious as to like why they think they need to say that, you know? So just keep that in mind if you feel like you're proving yourself to everyone else around you. And I always think that learning how to surrender and relinquish control helps a lot as well. Because whenever I was, again, being a people pleaser, I was like trying to control the situation, which is so unhelpful and like really just a waste of your life force energy. And the hardest lesson learning, like I had to do growing up, was that the only person I can control is myself. And everyone else has their own free will, thank God, but the truth of it is just that you can't do anything about other people's actions. You can only control yourself. Auntie has so many good questions today. I'm loving it. If your life was a movie, what type of movie would be going on? Would it be an action drama or a comedy? I think my life would be a drama. Yeah, I mean, my life doesn't feel like a comedy, and I would like my life to be kind of like a fantasy adventure. If you don't know, I am obsessed with fantasy books. If there's magic, adventure, romance, it is for me. Such a big fan. So maybe if my life could be like a high fantasy novel, that would be perfect. I'd love to be like Feyre or Aelin Galathynius from Sarah J. Maas's books and go on a quest adventure. Is that more of a drama or maybe that's action? Maybe that's action. But what a fun question. Okay. Blendy. Lately, I haven't really been wearing mascara because it sticks to my eyelashes like glue. Ugh. And I haven't really been able to get it off. But when I do wear mascara, I like this one. So pretty. Yes, I would also like to visit Italy. I feel like it's such a beautiful country. I see a lot of stuff online, especially around like Lake Como, that's so beautiful. I'd love to go there. And I'd love to go to Rome because they have all of the beautiful ancient architecture. Like, how amazing must that be? Oh, also makeup hack, everybody. If you take your blush, at least for me, I like to put my blush color right in my crease as well.
I think it makes it really tied together nicely. There we go. Lovely. And I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury palette. Oh, like half of my makeup. What is this one called? Exaggerize. So pretty. And I always put the sparkle right on my brow bone to kind of lift things up. A little highlight. You can tell I like the sparkle shade because I've already hit pan on it. And then I like to put it here to make my eyeballs look bigger. That is another reason I don't wear mascara a lot, because it makes my eyes look like a lot. Let's put some brown sparkle on my eyelids because we're about to have Christmas party. Christmas party. What did Addie say? Oh, yeah. So Addie has a very deep existential question again. So I didn't grow up very religious. I went to Catholic school, but like my family wasn't practicing. And I really struggled to kind of accept that God was working in our universe. And I was coming from it from a very like logical, scientific perspective. But it wasn't until I was like deeply, deeply depressed that I found God in my life. Like I was so desperate for purpose and meaning, and I felt quite ready to give up. I was so trapped in the job that I hated. And then when no one else seemed to be able to help me, God was there. And I would pray and pray for help, and it felt like the universe was showing me again and again and again that he does in fact exist. And the more I open my heart to the fact that like he's part of our story, the more I see him. And as I've gotten older, it just seems to be something that I can't avoid. So it's just been a slow process of seeing and accepting God into my life, but I'm so glad that I finally did, because I have found so much peace and I found so much self-worth through my relationship with God as well. Because if a friend or if a man decides that they don't want to be in my life, that's okay. We let them go. I will not be lonely. I have a wonderful family and I have a wonderful relationship with God who loves me unconditionally. So it took a while to get to that point, but at the ripe age of 30, I'm so glad that I have nurtured the relationship. Can you guys still hear me? Someone just tried to call me. Ugh, and I was always stuck in the middle of the live stream. I have to figure out a better system so that we're not interrupted while I'm talking to you. But look at my eyes. They look so pretty now. I just put the sparkle on. I'm gonna have to dry my hair after we talk. Let's put some mascara on today, because why not? Why not? Ooh! What's the best advice your parents give you that you wish you could pass on to children? So, fun facts, my mother owns a psychology company, and a lot of the things that I teach you guys are from her positive psychology teachings. She's the founder of Whole Being Institute. Whenever I talk about inner work and self-esteem, I'm giving you my embodied knowledge that she has taught me through her entire life. And if I could tell anyone anything, it would be to trust and have faith that things are working out in your benefit. You may not see it now, but everything is working out for the best. Can you see me? Someone tried to call me again. Oh my God. You may not be able to see it now, but everything is working for your benefit. And years later, you'll see how all the pieces came together. All right. I'd love to keep chatting with you, but someone keeps calling me, so I have to peace out and see you later. So I hope you had fun.